So you go.
So you snake
down oh,
all the way through the hips. So you came up too early. So you gotta snake down, stay down, and then and arch your back and let it flow through.
Logo Live fam, I wanted to introduce my good sis, Dexter Mayfield. Dexter is a dancer, choreographer, model, has been seen in Rihanna's Fenty show, the latest one. Okay, he's worked with Taylor Swift and performed with her at the VMAs. He's been on the cover of Attitude magazine, Gay Times. I mean, there is nothing that my sis cannot do. Dexter Mayfield, there you are, dressed.
Johnny!
And two books to be stressed. How are you?
I am wonderful, and I'm so happy to be here on your show. Hello, your show.
What are you giving? What is she giving? I see a little animal print. I see pure sauce. I see a moon man.
A little reptilian rose gold, accented moments. Just a little reptile. A light reptile, like a light reptile, not the scary one, not that one.
Not scary, no, not at all. So sis, I wanted to ask you, since you have worked with so many of our pop divas, and the queer community has lots of opinions about the girls, you having worked, so closely, what would you say to maybe the trolls or just anyone about the personal experience with any of these girls?
First and foremost, I think people need to understand just how much of, just in general, how boss each of these women are. They make all the decisions, whether it's a video, whether it's a fashion show. Taylor was co-directing the entire time, even giving us access and giving us treatment to what we didn't get to see, and just explaining how everything just comes together for the video. And as far as Savage goes, I've never worked on a production where every single department was on the same page, whether it was wardrobe, styling, it was even the COVID people who were enforcing restrictions. Like, everybody just had a clear focus and a clear goal as to what needed to be done. And honestly, this goes to the point that women should run shit.
All that to say about them running the world, I think that you are that style of performer. I think that you have a Dexter Mayfield, and I hope you're okay with me saying this, Dexter Mayfield universe. So, and you're working so hard, and you have been for so long. I want to know what you see as the Dexter Mayfield universe looking like in 2030.
Oh, wow. He said 10-year plan. Let's go. I just hope the sky's the limit. Whether that looks like an EP of multiple shows, telling the stories that we need to tell, whether that's still in front of the camera, whether that be acting or dancing or whatever it may be, or even possibly having collaborations and fashion lines, just so everyone feels included when it comes to fashion, and just continue spreading that message. I just want to do it all. I just want the Dexter universe to really encompass everybody, so that we don't ever have to be in that space where no one feels included in that picture, because growing up, I never saw a fat, cisgendered, gay Black man on any runway, in any music video, on any tour. And if it was always a joke. It's always comedy. It's always one note. It's like, this is the only purpose you will serve if you decide to choose to live your authentic life. And I'm so happy that we don't have to stay in that realm. Trying to do it all and following the footsteps of the women and the divas that I've been fortunate enough to work with, and just continue to expand that universe so someone else can have their own universe, and someone else can do can do what they feel is in their heart and really speaks to the rest of the world as well. So just paying it forward and passing it on, I guess.
To many people, you're already a hero, but in your attitude profile this year, you said that you wanted to be one of the first fat-bodied Marvel Universe superheroes. So I would love to know what that looks like.
Just going against the grain. Like, for some reason, why a big body can't dance, I don't understand. Why that is such a shock, especially in 2020. But supposedly fat bodies are lazy and can't move. What if we have a fat superhero who is super fast and, really switches it up that way, just to really show that we're not one note, and just whatever superpower we want to have, we get to have. And it doesn't have to be a joke, and it doesn't have to be from a negative or disrespectful space. And I think that just embracing specifically fat bodies in the action world, to where, wow, that person just had a wonderful performance. Just being themselves. I think that's the superpower, and just living in your truth.
Right. It's crazy because we have to break down these barriers, but once these barriers are broken down, then we just allow space for everyone else to continue to build off of the things that you've already laid groundwork for. So that's so amazing. And speaking of like groundwork, this year we've had a lot of protests that have been long overdue, and you've been super vocal and super, helpful, I think, for a lot of your followers to really get on board. And I just want to ask what you've learned, any advice that you have for any of our viewers to keeping the word out there, to make it as authentic and non-performative as possible.
I feel for me, the best way to not get into those murky waters and performative protests and everything is just to educate. Just educate yourself on whatever issue you don't feel you identify or relate to. And really, when I say educate, that means actually taking in the information and not just putting it into your knowledge, but putting it into action in whatever way you can do. This year has exposed a lot. This year has obviously taught us a lot, but I think the main thing that we need to do moving forward is to actually put it into action. The conversation has started, and it's good to talk about it, but now we need actual action to change what needs to happen. We're heading into a tough time. It's not over, and it is not going to be easy. And it's again, a lot of stuff is going to be exposed, and a lot of stuff we're going to have to learn from. And I think that we're finally moving in the right direction as a country, and hopefully specifically as a community.
You are a dancer, you're a choreographer, you do the work, you've worked with some of the biggest names. TikTok is another way for you to share your gifts. So I wanted to know if there were a Dexter Mayfield like signature or a move that you could teach me. We don't have to get crazy, but if you could teach me something that I can take along into the world, into maybe my meager TikTok following.
I guess the signature move, it's just me throwing ass as always. And it's just it's you stick to your brand, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you already know how to do that. But case in point from one of your latest TikToks. And it's just, and especially now the kids, they're always doing the slowed version of it now. So, it's just, going down, snaking through the back, and then just bringing it up. And then that's just that. That's,
So you go.
So you snake down all the way through the hips. So you came up too early. So you gotta snake down, stay down, and then and arch your back and let it flow through.
Someone's gonna screenshot me just like that. Thank you so much for taking the time and for dressing so fiercely for this.
Just up top. We won't talk about what's happening below the waist, but it's fine.
I love you.